restart because I'm not good at editing, dude. Hey, this is Ronin simplified. There's no guide, so this is just roughly my rough understanding of it. You have your main shared buff. This is Harmonized and Genie's Blessing together for your party. You have your individual buff, which is FD by 10%, 900 seconds. And you also have a health bot, gives you 20% of your max HP. And then you have two abilities that you could proc with any other main abilities, and it will do the same thing. So if you hit right click out of any ability, it'll parry. You can cancel any animation for the most part. Or these has like a 15-second cooldown, something like that. And then you also have space bar. So if you press space bar out of the ability, it does a little step back iframe. And then I'll go through like the main abilities right now. Oh, also your ult. You just use it. It doesn't do a lot of damage in its base form, but it does give you a % damage buff for 30 seconds. Now, as you stack your bubbles, your ult will become an awakened version of it, which does more damage, and there's different effects for it. But your main rotation abilities, you have Q. It's a blast by itself, not that good. You do the blast comboed with 2 left clicks, creates a tornado. So that's one. You have your E. It's a little iframe step back by itself. It's not that good. Combo it. It is a little slash. You have your C. It's an air slash with a little tornado knockdown. It's a little damage. And then that doesn't have any left click combo into it. However, you have this little V, which does. So your next one is one that does. However, this V changes if you use E. So you'll see it turns pink. It turns into a whole new ability. You can use this ability in combination with this air attack. I'll show you. So your regular combo, you'll do Q, left click, E, click, C, and then you combo it into your air slash, and yeah. Now what happens is that for your other abilities to, you know, work with one another, what will happen is that once you finish the first 4 combo, you will have a little bit of space with the boss. The reason why is because you want to use that space ability, so just pressing back in space, out of your V. So I'll show it one more time. Q. E left click, see your air ability, and then space left click, you'll see you jump back, shoot the bomb. Now you have a gap. Let me show you the rotation with cooldowns off. I want to show you something interesting. So you do the normal abilities, and then as soon as I jump out of it, you realize the regular V is now available and it's not off cooldown. So on the first bar, you have 3 abilities that you may want to use now with the normal rotation. You have a gap closer, which is the control, the ability on control, which lunges forward, and if you left click out of it, it does a little ground slam. So here, right there. Now, what you could do, now that you've closed the gap, is you can press the non-enhanced version of your V, hit left click out of it, and it spins around. Now, obviously, when you're on top of the boss, it'll do more damage. And then now that you're in the boss's balls, you press your last ability in the skill bar, which is on number 9 for me. It's a mouse button, actually, but it's a little 3 slash. If you're right on top of them, it'll do more damage. Next abilities are your ult will probably be off cooldown again, so I don't need to show you that again, but it's a way to refresh your 30-second passive that gives you percentage damage. But then you also have a 3 slash. You have to time it a little bit, space out your slashes, and you'll hear a ching if you've done the proper amount of time, and that will deal more damage. So if you do, you hear the little ching at the end there. And then since you're in the boss's, vicinity, now let me show you if you do it too quick. It doesn't do the ching. So now that you're in the vicinity, you have the last 2 abilities. This one is just a little punch ball thing and does decent damage. And then your last one, you're gonna proc with your left click. It's a little lunge that will create a little status effect bleed. And then by the time you're done with that, your full rotation is already off of cooldown. So what you do is you make sure all your buffs are active. You do your Q, E, C, B, space, back, gap close, G, extra left click, you hit your 9. Now you have your enhanced ult after your bubbles are full, and then you use your 3 slash, do this, and then by the time you're done, your full rotation is literally off cooldown already. And then you will literally just do the same shit in the toilet.
죽어.